Gotcha. And so what are these individuals, that these peak performers, learning from this process, or what have you?
So what the book really is about is a $4 trillion underground revolution in altered states of consciousness and human performance that's being driven by some of the most elite, high-performing individuals and organizations in the world, whether we're talking about the Navy SEALs or Google or maverick, top scientists from Harvard, Yale, Columbia, take your pick, really top of the top. And these people are driving this revolution forward. And it's probably the largest revolution that most people have never heard of.
Well, $4 trillion.
$4 trillion.
Industry. Is what you're calling it, industry, I guess. And altered states of consciousness. What do you exactly mean?
There's different ecstatic techniques to get in there. You can use drumming, you can use chanting, you can use psychedelics, you can use action sports to trigger flow. You can take your pick. What's interesting is that what we've discovered is that under the hood, these experiences are very, very, very similar.
Yes.
So what that allowed us to do is to create categories where there wasn't one. I mean, if you go back over the past 100 years, people who were interested in flow states, it was primarily artists and athletes. People who were interested in meditative and contemplative states, mystical states, it was mostly seekers, right? The New Age, that category. And psychedelic experiences, it was mostly hippies and ravers, right? And these are three big groups of people that don't really like each other and don't often talk to each other and don't cross over.
Don't agree with the way the other person's doing it,
But under the hood, they're all seeking the exact same experience.
What is that they're seeking?
So the term that we have used, all these terms are really difficult. Altered states of consciousness brings up all kinds of baggage. Non-ordinary states of consciousness, all kinds of baggage, even though that's the term we like in the book. But the term we use, and we actually got it from when we were working with the Navy SEALs, and one of the leaders of DevGru used the term ecstasis. Ecstasis is the ancient Greek term for very specific band of altered state of consciousness. Ecstasis means experiences that are beyond your normal sense of self, and when you are filled with, they use the term divine inspiration. We would just use it as intuition and information, intuition and inspiration. So we have rebranded like this category, the ecstatic category. All these experiences do those things. They get you out of your head. They switch the channel of consciousness. Your sense of self disappears. And you get access to a whole level of information and inspiration you wouldn't normally get.